Okay, so this for number one, I'm calculate myself with using graph and with the things I remember about like 30 degrees, like 45 and 60. And for this one, 4 pi over 3 is more than pi. So this one is pi, and I want to know how much more it takes. So 4 pi over 3 minus, oh, it's minus. Minus pi equal pi over 3, which is pi over 3. It's 60 degrees. And like I said, like we did remember like sine 60 degrees, it's equal to root 3 over 2. So for that, this overall is sine 240 degrees. So it's just going to be negative root 3 over 2. And the reason that it was negative is because when sine is dropped on quadrant 3, it's going to be negative. So this is my final answer. Okay, so for the first step, I already wrote it down because it's going to be wasting time because it's right a lot. So I just make like on the bottom to having like the same values. So next up, I'm just going to add it up normally. So it's going to be sine to the power of 2x plus 1 plus 2 cos x plus cos to the power of 2x over the bottom, which is sine x plus sine x cos x. So this one, I would like to change this two values because when sine, power of 2 plus cos to the power of 2x, it would equal to 1. So this one, 1 plus 1 is 2. So it's going to be 2 plus 2 cos x over sine x plus sine x cos x. So this one, I can see that I can pull something out of it, which is 2 out. So it's left with 1 plus cos x on the top, and below I can pull out the sine x. So it would become 1 plus cos x. So this one I can cut this 2 off. I would left with 2 over sine x, and because of that, I would like to show you that 1 over sine x equal to cosec with just 1 cosec, but this one is 2 cosec, which is I already have it 2. So yeah, so my final answer is just this one changing to, wait, this one, to cx equal to on the bottom. Okay, this is my final answer. So firstly, I'm going to do the one that I highlighted side. So I would like to change cot into 1 over tan x right here. And then
I just add it up normally.
okay, and for that, I would like to change tan to power of 2 plus 1 because
tan power x plus 1 is equal to 6 power
of 2x. So I'm going to change it. It would become sec power of 2x over 10. So for this step, I would like to change it together because
tan x equal to sine x over cos x, and sec x is equal to 1 over cos x.
For this one, sec to the power of 2, it's not just x normally, so it's going to become, wait, I'll write it, 1 over cos to the power of 2x over sine x over cos x right here. So for the given, I'm going to switch up to the multiple. So from dy to multiply. So switch up to cos over sine x here. So for the following, I'm going to just cut it. Like it would become 1 over cos x multiplied by 1 over sine x. And for this, I would like to change sec x into this one. It's the same as this one. So it's going to be 1 over cos x. So for this answer for this question, I think it's no solution or like impossible. Okay, and this is for question number 3 that I was proving that it was impossible. And this one is kind of additional work that I would like to show that I already checked that it was no solution. So firstly, sec is 1 over cos, so I'm going to insert 1 over cos, and maybe just the same number, so I'm going to use 30. It's going to be 2 root 3 over 3. I'm going to remember this one. And for this side, which is like tan x, so I'm going to say tan 30 plus 1 over tan, because cot is 1 over 10, so 30. So it was going to be 4 root 3 over 3. So I'm inserting like to check, and it still can't be like the same value. So this question is kind of sure that it was impossible to make it into the same one. So it's no solution. First thing to do when graphing is to find the y-axis, which is -3. Then the amplitude is 2. So for the maximum for this one is -1, and the minimum is -5. So for this one, I graph it in the way without 3x. It's just normal x right here. And so that it's just becoming like the normal one, which is like from -90 to 90, like from the question it said. And it's have like whole one graph in it, and it starts from 0 amplitude 2. It just meet with 45 right here. It's just going up 2, and also this one. So for this one, normally without 3x, it's just going to have one graph between -90 and 90, coming with following like the questions with 3x. So I do it on my way that I've learned. I'm going to like not minus I mean divide the 90, this part, to 3, like 90 divided by 3, it's equal to 30. And for this one, 45 divided by 3 too. 45 divided by 3, it's equal to 15. So I'm going to replace it anyways. This one from 45, it's become 15s, and this one from 90, it's become 30. Okay, so it's going to be all the same. But this one, it's kind of like everything is the same, but changing numbers, because I divided by 3. It's kind of like up to the number right here too. So this one, it's going to have one graph. So if I do say it, whole one, it's going to have 3 graph, because it's kind of like everything's going faster, like 3 times. So everything I'm graphing is going to be the same. I'll graph for you. Okay, so as you see right now, I having 3 graphs in like the same distance, which is -90 to 90. Okay, so this is all of my graphing for the questions. Okay, firstly I'm going to find the x values, which is 1, amplitude is 2, and the maximum is going to be 3, then minimum gonna be -1. So this one I'm going to graph 2 of it. Firstly, the blue one is going to be the one without the absolute value, so firstly I'm going to graph it. Okay, then next one I'm going to graph the pink one, which is the one with the absolute values right here. So absolute values does mean that it should not be less than zeros, and this one, the amplitudes from the y-axis is 2, and it's going down 2, so I need to make it going up like in the same positions, like 2 amplitude 2. Like this, because this one, you see, it's in the same positions from the y-axis right here. So see, this one is 2, this one is 2. So that's it. The pink one is the answer for me.